Hello, this is Dave Worthen. Today I want to talk to you about the subject of resilience. Now, the definition of resilience dates back to the 1700s. It comes from Latin resiliens, or resiliere, to spring back or rebound. In the current environment, I have witnessed firsthand some of the most able beings I know take a hit from experiences in life when even at their best, they were unsure if they would rebound or bounce back. You will not see this or even be aware of this on social media platforms because the pictures here often present the best side. And without a doubt, we need to witness the winning side as well. But I'm going to pose to those of you who are reading or listening to this the following. Each of you will have had at some time, and most likely several times, an upsetting experience with a spouse, partner, or colleague of such magnitude that the emotional stomach punch from this was something you weren't entirely sure you would spring back from. Yes? You could have had a marriage or relationship ruined by the person you loved and trusted who you found cheating on you. You could have found out your best friend lied and betrayed you and broke your trust, which they did not want to repair, and this was beyond your comprehension and took some time for you to recover. Because why? Because the impact was such that all of your basic core beliefs about this person's character and integrity were completely shattered. Resilience. A little bit of physics. In physics, the definition of resilience is the ability of a substance to return to its usual shape after being bent, stretched, or pressed. Right. So if you hit a punching bag full force and in slow motion that bag loses its initial shape, but because of its resilience, it returns to its usual shape almost instantly. Although we often feel invincible and that we can confront anything, the qualifying word in describing the human spirit is human. It is that which is the most human in us that registers the shock because it is not in our DNA to comprehend this kind of covert or insidious conduct from that of a friend or colleague. And except for maybe a close friend, the world will not see when you have received a devastating blow and you feel you cannot return to form. You go about your day facing the world with your best intentions, yet you can be fighting an internal battle, the remnants of which you feel almost destroyed you emotionally and spiritually. You will have a conversation with yourself about your own resilience. You will often think to yourself that you don't know how you will rebound. In your personal relationships, you will go through feelings of, why try again? Or, who can you really trust? These are not final thoughts or conclusions, but they are the internal threads of a conversation between yourself and the event that you are still reconciling. And you wonder how you will go on. You go on because resilience is the ability to adjust. You don't always bounce right back. You don't. You think because of your position or profession in your life that your ability to rebound should be like the punching bag. But you were not built to take punches like this. I speak with enormously able and talented people every week. And yes, you will see them here on social media platforms, and they indeed match most people's idea of success. What you don't see is the anguish of a broken heart of a woman whose 30-year marriage has been blown to smithereens. What you don't see is the successful businessman who invested his heart and soul into his relationship but misread the true emotional tone of his partner and got stabbed in the back. But each week, these able beings like you and I are pushing the envelope in life. You will hit some new barrier in business or your personal relationship that, honest to God, just about take you out. You have been there. I have been there. The current environment and resilience. In recent months, the environment has thrown practically everything, including the kitchen sink, at you and I, and even if the sound of gunfire has not gone off on your street, it is ricocheting in your mind because that is the media's intention. And you may find yourself mentally fatigued by just this alone. Whatever else you have experienced emotionally, the current environment does not allow you to just take a break and go see a movie at your local theater with your date or partner and rebound by exhaling over popcorn and a large Sprite. Normal, it's not. And your own resilience meter will begin ticking like some kind of internal Geiger counter, picking up radiation going off because someone interrupts you to tell you that you are standing too close. Too close has become an assault on humanity. Too close has become a watchword for a red alert that never used to be there in living and enjoying life. If the definition of resilience in physics is the ability or capacity of the object to regain its shape or impact after impact, how soon after the hourly impacts from living life do you regain your form? And you are one of the able. You absorb that shock like someone punching a punching bag. The punching bag regains its form almost immediately. Your heart was not stitched together with that kind of rawhide leather. You will actually absorb the blow like falling on a hand grenade, and yet it was thrown at you. Although its impact hits you emotionally, its fingerprints seem to stay etched in your mind as you try to comprehend what the hell just happened here. I talk with people every week who relate these personal tragedies to me, and the impact is readily seen in their voice and their face. They cannot believe it. And the process of rebounding or bouncing back is almost too impossible to think of because they are still caught in the utter treachery of what just happened. The good news. The good news is you do bounce back. You do. You may not show how much it hit you. You may never let another soul know except those close to you. And you only show those that are close to you because we need someone to understand we are also human and not always as invincible as we appear. Yes, we are invincible souls, but we are living the human experience. And our minds and hearts and even our bodies do become thrashed by experiences that test every strand of resilience DNA that we have. And because we have each other, and because by the magic of communication and understanding, we can somehow in a private moment tell another that this experience was in fact devastating. And we can tell it and have another understand, and by that understanding, the emotional wound begins to heal, and our soul exhales, and yes, you feel the essence of your own resilience coming back to life. And yes, gradually you regain your form. And what is that form? That is the second part of the experience of being human, which is the triumph of the human spirit. The human spirit is enormously resilient as it has no form and only takes on those blows from the experience of being human. But once the mind is cleared, once a comrade or friend extends their hand and gives you understanding, you will jettison soon enough the remnants of the betrayal or loss. And you will bounce back. You will rebound. And if you look over your life, even in the days when you thought you would not, you rebounded. Because at the end of the day, no matter what is going on in the environment or your personal life, never forget this. You are in truth an immortal spiritual being that has an infinite capacity to rebound. Resilience is your middle name. Okay, that's my mini seminar for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for stopping by.